artificial intelligence is no longer just technology, it is power. In 2026, while most of us scroll through our phones and ask virtual assistants simple questions, a silent battle is unfolding across digital networks worldwide. Nations are racing to harness AI not for convenience, but for control, and the stakes have never been higher in human history. The problem is staggering. Traditional systems can't process the flood of information pouring through our interconnected world every second. Intelligence agencies drown in data they can't analyze fast enough, while adversaries exploit the delay. Military commanders face decisions in microseconds, but human cognition has limits that enemies are learning to exploit with devastating precision. This isn't theoretical anymore. Cyber attacks now happen at machine speed, faster than any human operator can respond. Disinformation campaigns spread across continents in minutes, weaponized by algorithms that learn exactly which narratives will destabilize societies. Meanwhile, autonomous weapons systems are moving from science fiction into arsenals, and the nation that masters AI first gains an almost insurmountable advantage. But then came the breakthrough. Deep learning systems emerged that could detect patterns invisible to human analysts, processing billions of data points simultaneously. Nations began deploying AI to predict threats before they materialized, to identify vulnerabilities in enemy systems, and to coordinate defensive measures across entire networks in real time. The digital arms race accelerated beyond anything we'd seen before, yet implementation proved brutally difficult. Early AI systems made catastrophic errors, misidentifying civilians as combatants and triggering false alarms that nearly sparked international incidents. Engineers worked around the clock to refine algorithms, balancing speed with accuracy. Each failure taught the machines something new, but every mistake carried consequences measured in lives and diplomatic crises that echoed across global news networks. Countries poured billions into specialized AI facilities, massive data centers humming with processors cooled by industrial systems, running calculations that would take human teams centuries to complete. China invested in surveillance networks that tracked millions. The United States built predictive defense systems. Russia developed cyber warfare AI. Europe focused on autonomous coordination. Each investment deepened the technological divide between superpowers and everyone else. And then it happened. Modern AI systems began operating with precision that seemed almost prescient, intercepting attacks seconds before execution, unraveling encrypted communications that were supposed to be unbreakable, and coordinating defensive measures across sea, land, air, space, and cyberspace simultaneously. The balance of power shifted not with explosions or declarations, but with silent code running in darkened server rooms worldwide. The implications are staggering. Nations without advanced AI capabilities find themselves vulnerable in ways previous generations never imagined. Smaller countries must choose sides, aligning with technological superpowers for protection. Intelligence gathering, military strategy, economic forecasting, and even diplomatic negotiations now depend on algorithms that most policymakers barely understand. Yet they shape every decision that determines our collective future. We stand at a threshold. Artificial intelligence has become the defining axis of 21st century power, reshaping geopolitics as profoundly as nuclear weapons once did. The question is no longer whether AI will dominate global strategy, but who will control it, and whether humanity can govern this power wisely before it governs us. The future is being written right now, in code.